Welcome to Slap Grapple. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Slap Grapple POP, featuring your girl Crestastarr, the only show on the internet where you're going to talk about sports entertainment and still be sports confused. Welcome while we talk about the week of the 16th through the 23rd of February. Starting off the news, we're following up a story from last week where Ricky Starks showed up on NXT, but he's now Ricky Saints. I searched for an image online and it showed the Saints, I guess, is a football team. I don't watch regular sports, but yep, Ricky Saints is now his name. Also this week, Triple H unveiled new titles for the WWE ID program. If you don't know what the WWE ID program is, that is a program to identify stars, wrestlers in the indies who would be perfect for WWE's system. With the introduction of these new belts, I think it's the idea to keep people engaged and sign and make it a different playing field. People online, however, have said that stuff like this is what destabilized the UK scene when WWE was out there. Other people are optimistic. Other people are also saying that it kind of makes it where WWE now has them booking the indies. This person can't lose if they have the WWE ID title. I personally don't think it's a bad idea, but I do err on the side of caution because are you just going to pass that title? Is this someone is just awarded to people? Is it something that's defended? We'll see how it goes, but that's all the news I have for you this week. Yes, I'm not a scoop squirrel. I'll just give you what I got. Before we get into the weekly wrestling recap, I want to give a shout out to our fashion girly of the week, which is Zelina Vega in her promo outfit. You can't really see the colors because the blue really makes it really cute, but this streetwear, this tech, everything, Zelina Vega always eats, and I'm going to let you know going forward, it's probably going to be her every time I see her. I'm sorry for nothing. Let's start with our weekly wrestling recap. First and foremost, I didn't watch Raw. I was tired, so I took a nap. So there's no Raw review this week. And that takes us to our AEW Dynamite review. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I was a sleepy girl this week, so only got 2 matches to review, so bear with me. I did see the MJF go face-to-face with Hangman Page, and this was a really good in-ring promo. Realistically, I may not like MJF's character because he's a heel. You're not supposed to like him, but he was spitting kind of nothing but facts. Every time Hangman has to do something to be that bloody guy, they've given it to you. You're that guy and you squandered it, quote unquote. But every time you have to be that guy, it looks like it takes a piece of your soul and you're not cut out for it. Hangman was like, it doesn't matter what you say because I may be all of those things, but the thing you want the most is the adoration of these people. And no matter how many tricks, stunts, ducks, and dives you do, you still can't get the adoration of these people. This segment was really good. It was very impassioned. I can't wait for that Hangman MJF segment. It does end with Hangman and MJF not getting into a brawl. I believe there was no physicality, but the security ended up breaking them up. It was really good. The next match we get after that is the Ops, consisting of Samoa Joe, Katsuyori Shibata, and Hook versus the Patriarchy, which is Christian Cage, Kip Sabian, and Nick Wayne, accompanied by Mama Wayne. As always, Mama Wayne looked fierce. She looked good. Everything. And as of course, Christian Cage was being a jerk and a coward in the ring. This match was pretty good as well. Christian Cage spent most of the time not tagging in unless the Patriarchy had the upper hand. We do get a win with Hook getting red rum on Nick Wayne. So we'll see where that goes. I would like for the Patriarchy to do something now. You know what I mean? It's been a while. So having the Patriarchy either go for the Trios title, which I don't think I know they don't want to mess with the Death Riders right now, but Christian Cage also still has the contract for a title shot. Some people are surmising he's gonna cash in on Cope, but I don't know. It'd be really funny, or whoever wins the title, he'd cash in on, but that'd be really funny. That's also going to end the AEW review because I fell asleep. Not to say that it was boring. I was working 9 to 5 this week. So now we're at TNA on Thursday. And this TNA was really good. I personally was sports entertained. It started off hot with the Joe Hendry Part 2 concert. Joe Hendry comes out there, he warms up the crowd, people love his singing, and then he's interrupted by the Colones. Now, I remember the Colones in my youth, and they look pretty much the same. They're big names down in Puerto Rico. TNA commentary ran that down while they were out there. And they were like, we're going to jump you, Joe, because why is the division in the likes of the hands of you? Then he's joined by Elijah, formerly known as, I am Elias. And we've got two bards together, tag teaming. It's fantastic. I love the fact that Elijah's there. And again, two bards, vicious mockery times two. This was a good opening segment. They played guitar together, and they're going to beat up the Colones in the main event. The opening match of the night was the Rascals, which consists of Zachary Wentz and Trey Miguel, versus Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Igwe with Wesley from NXT. This match was fast-paced, but honestly, to me, it was a showcase of Tyson and Tyreek for the TNA crowd. These men put on a show and really kind of just beat up on the Rascals, which I didn't like because I like the Rascals. Tyreek yeeted Wentz into Miguel with one hand. It was a mess. The Rascals do end up picking up the win with a clean finish. Wentz pins Tyreek with the swanton. But after the match, we do have Wesley calling out Ace Austin and the Rascals for sacrifice. Crucially, Wesley does say, don't you remember what Ace Austin did to you guys back in the day, and now you're going to be cool with him? I mean, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, so mind your business, Wesley. And you used to hang out with them. A little further in the card, we do get Eric Young and the Northern Armory addressing the crowd, saying Josh Alexander is done. He did all these things for this company, but he went out sad like a loser. And then he calls out Steve Maclin. It's like, Maclin, you know me. You trust me. Show up. Trust this vision. Now, if I'm Steve Maclin, I don't trust any of that. Bro, the Northern Armory tried to take me out along with Josh Alexander. And if you were going to do this, why didn't you just include me? I can understand why, because you know I wasn't going to work with the Northern Armory. My only cause for concern here is we did this with Violent by Design and it was cool at first and then it wasn't. We said this on the post show on Thursday. Eric Young says he's above the title. He's above all of this. He's above everything. And I'm like, yeah, because you're a ghost. Because they killed you in Violent by Design. Crucially, Diener killed you. I seen it. Lastly, we're at the main event. We had the Colones, which consist of Eddie and Orlando Colon, versus Elijah and Joe Hendry. This was a fun tag match, but if you were expecting some sort of flippy doos, extra stuff, that was not this match. This match was everyone's greatest hits, and it was fun. The Colones are sticking in TNA for a while, so I think this is a good intro match, a versus the champion, and a debuting Elijah. We do get a pile driver on Orlando Colon for the Joe and Elijah win, and that kind of wraps up TNA. If you want a more in-depth analysis of TNA from me, I do a post show over on Fightful. Yes, the same Fightful with Sean Ross Sapp. You go over there every Thursday, myself and Joel Pearl. You can look at our videos. I also have a playlist on my channel that has all the previous TNA videos. So you can go check that out. And yeah, that was TNA. I ain't talking about no stinking Tessa Blanchard. You can't make me. Now let's get to SmackDown Live. So I did watch this. And I'll be real with you. I did the post show with SP3 for Collision last night, Saturday, by the time you guys see this Sunday, Monday. And I forgot that I watched this show. So I'm giving you the highlights and my favorites. Starting off with number one, this is a Zelina Vega stan account, and that video package that they gave her was immaculate. Beautiful. I love how she was presented. I love how she looks. And I love that they also went through all of her accomplishments. So now push Zelina Vega. The US title is right there. The Intercontinental title is right there. She won Queen of the Ring and nothing happened. So I was very pleased with this video package. Another fun segment from this episode of SmackDown would be Kevin Owens cutting a promo outside of Sami Zayn's house while his wife, child, and himself were having dinner, snack, family time, whatever it was. Kevin Owens was like, it'd be a shame if something happened to you, to your family. Can you imagine? I'll never forgive you. And that's diabolical, bro. I will never not think that promos cut outside of another wrestler's home or in a wrestler's home will never not be over. That was so diabolical because it looks like a camera phone and then it zooms into Sami having a decent time with his family. I cannot wait because Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn is gonna bang every time. If you are unfamiliar with both of these gentlemen, just look up any time Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens wrestled each other, or if you're real spicy, look up Kevin Steen versus El Generico. The last main talking point out of SmackDown that evening, and the most important one, was of course, The Rock has come back to New Orleans. And The Rock cut a very strange promo. Listen, we're birthday twins, May 2nd, so I don't want to besmirch him too much, but this was very strange. Good portions first. New Orleans is going to host WrestleMania 2026, and that was announced there. That was super nice, a good feel-good moment. But then The Rock started running down the crowd, telling them they got STDs, but then he would say, you guys are the greatest, I'm just joshing. That was the first weird part. The second weird part is that he calls out Cody, and he's like, it's no secret that me and Cody were supposed to go each other and we hated each other and we had our match. But what is a secret rather, is that we went to the back and had Terramana tequila. We were in the back partying. His mama met my mama. And they showed a picture on the Titantrons of both mamas. It was real cute. But then he tells Cody, looks longingly into his eyes and puts his hand on his shoulder, I want your soul. I want you to be my champion. It was kind of giving Rick James, I want it, baby, give it to me. But it was strange. Because he then starts talking about the TKO board members, which is what he did last time when they did their Netflix Raw debut. And it was just so strange. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it's also The Rock. And The Rock does what he wants. The Rock goes where he pleases because he's The Rock and he speaks in the third person. Thank you very much. They were also beeping everything damn near The Rock had to say. He was calling people every other word. This segment, I think, was 20 minutes. 30 minutes almost, maybe 25. It was just strange. It was over. It wasn't performed badly. It was just strange. And that's all I remember from SmackDown. I'll be real with you. Those are all the notes I have. Sue me. Which brings us to AEW Collision rounding out this week. The show starts off hot with Toni Storm heading towards the ring, only to be attacked by Mariah May. Mariah May beats her up backstage to the stage where she hits a Storm Zero on the stage, concrete hard. The mic was up, you heard it go. It was disgusting. And then she says, hit Tony's lights, brings Tony in close, and I quote, she said, look what you made me do. You never knew how to write an ending. I will write ours in your blood. That's next level art. To quote SP3 from our post show, which again, you can catch shameless self-plug over on Fightful every Saturday, myself, Rick Iridian, and Sean Ross Sapp, or sometimes Sean Ross Sapp, and sometimes SP3, we go over all things AEW Collision if you want a more in-depth review. But to quote SP3, this needs to be the main event at Revolution. There's no way you're going to give us 18 months of this and then say, nah, it's going to go on first. This match is going to be so good. The opening match of Collision was fantastic. It was prime time lucha hours because Hologram and the Beast Mortos was hooping. There was a lot to go over in this match, and I'm not going to do it here. I'm simply going to tell you to please watch this match. You can expect tope suicidas, crucifix bombs off the top ropes. You can expect tornado, Hurricane Ranas off the top ropes, reversal Hurricane Rana DDTs. It was so good. I have been following Beast Mortos since he was Black Taurus over in TNA, and he is such a good lucha brace. Lucha brace. Wow, say that 5 times fast. Hologram is just unreal. Hologram, Gravity, and Commander. Unreal primetime luchador suspects. And speaking of Commander, Hologram does pick up the win in this match, but afterwards the Beast Mortos begins to attack him. Commander makes the save and these guys double team the Beast Mortos at the end, which got me thinking, where's LFI? Is there going to be a tag team? Because I would love to see Roosh, the Beast Mortos, Commander, and Hologram in a tag team situation, but I don't know how realistic that is. Also on that episode of Collision, Lexi Nair was a busy bee. She interviewed Harley Cameron in the ring, and Harley Cameron was like, she stole some woman in Australia's dream, and now she's over here being a bad glamazon ready for the runway. She interviewed Kyle Fletcher and Don Callis, who just yelled at her for trying to do her job, and Don Cal say, I need therapy after Lexi tried to gaslight us. That was a little rough. Lexi Nair also tried to get in with the Outrunners, talking to them about what their next step is for the Outrunners to then see the Hurt Syndicate and be like, hey, nothing succeeds like success, and if we beat the Murder Machines, what'll that get us, since you said we need a real team? MVP simply said, I got good news and bad news. And old boy is like, give it to me straight. This could be either good or bad. And I was screaming. He was like, if you beat the Murder Machines, you'll have a tag team title shot. And they're like, yeah, sounds great. But if you beat the Murder Machines, you'll have a tag team title shot. MVP laughs, walks away. And these men say, that sounds like the same thing. It's a win for us. And they're, son of a bitch. I love the Outrunners. They're fantastic. AEW Collision wrapped up with Chris Jericho defending his Ring of Honor world title against Bandito. Honestly, man, this match you could skip. I would be real with you. Bandito did fine. Chris Jericho did fine. But the roll-up finish, for all the fine that they did, I was not sports entertained. I was a little sports disappointed. Go watch Collision. Go watch my in-depth review over on Fightful. That's going to be AEW. Let's start with my ending thoughts. Overall this week, my opinion is a mixed bag. Part of me says, hey, I don't have an opinion because I didn't really watch all the wrestling this week. And the other part of me is like, well, the wrestling I did watch, TNA, was really good. I liked Collision. I thought Collision was fantastic. I was sports entertained with what I saw of AEW Dynamite. So I would say, like always, go ahead and watch wrestling yourself. If there's anything that I've missed, definitely let me know. If there's any other thing that I should have covered, definitely let me know. Please do consider giving me a like and subscribe. It'll make me very happy inside of my heart. And if you guys had a lot of fun and you want to keep the conversation going with me on other social media platforms, I hate these things, you can go ahead and follow me on TikTok, Instagram, BlueSky, YouTube, and Twitch, all crestastarr, Crest the Star, with the exception being Twitter, X, where it's Cresta the Star, like Megan Thee Stallion. You could have been anywhere on the internet, even the hub, but you are here with me, and that does mean a lot. So heart, stars, and horseshoes, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Hope your hits are crits. See ya, nerds. Mind you, the whole time I'm trying to record, a Johnny's being a jerk. Look at them. Look at them and say you're sorry. A Johnny feels nothing.